Ideanomics stock price prediction. Okay guys, for this video we're going to talk about Ideanomics stock, ticker symbol IDEX. So the stock is up pretty big. It's up over, well, it was up over like 30%. It's down a bit now in after hours trading, but basically they signed an agreement to acquire a wireless charging company. So this is pretty big news, and this wireless company that they're have acquired is doing about $7 million a year in revenue, with plans to increase that revenue in the future. So one of the reasons why we're talking about so many EV companies and EV stocks, EV charging stations on this channel is because I think this is one of the easiest kind of sectors to invest in this decade. And if you can get in 2021, I think you're going to do really, really well in the future. And not a lot of people are aware of the kind of the electric movement. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this. So I think Ideanomics is another cheap stock. It's a penny stock. It's trading under $5. The company has a market cap of under $1 billion. So this is another potential company I think you can get in here for you guys that like trading some of these cheaper stocks, where you're looking at Tesla, where Tesla's over $800 a share. Looking at Ideanomics, it's a way for you to kind of invest in the EV industry at a much lower price point. So let's go over that latest acquisition. So here, this was published a couple days ago on PR Newswire. So it says Ideanomics signs a definitive agreement to acquire Utah-based wireless charging provider Wave. So it says Wave was founded in 2011 as a leading provider of wireless charging systems for commercial EVs. And it says the 2020 unaudited revenues were about $7 million, and of course that will probably increase in the future. So basically they acquired 100% acquisition for cash and stock. So let's take a little bit, talk a little bit about the actual acquisition. So as you can see here, this is from CEO Alf Poor. He says acquisition of Wave is a significant one for our EV efforts across the board. We're excited to bring Michael Maskiller and his team into the Ideanomics family. We can inject significant growth capital and enable Wave to further accelerate its business and bring wireless charging to our product offerings. So if we take a look at their website, you guys can check this out. I'll put a link to this in the description. The website is waveipt.com, and it says wireless advanced vehicle electrification. Basically, this is just technology that allows them to basically wirelessly charge these vehicles. So it says hands-free, fully automated with no moving parts. Wave chargers enable operators to achieve driving ranges that match that of internal combustible engines, but with safety and reliability that surpass that of legacy plug-in overhead charging systems. So this is a pretty cool, it sounds like an innovative, and this would kind of like basically be not really a charging station, but it is a way to charge these vehicles. So as you can see here, it's basically a pad that you hover the vehicle over and it's able to charge the vehicle. So with $7 million in revenue, obviously this is only for commercial vehicles, so people at home won't be using this. If you're charging at home, you're probably going to be charging your vehicle overnight and things like that, so you're more likely to use charge points, home flex charger. But I think Wave is definitely an interesting company with a lot of growth potential. So I'll be sure to link to this in the description. You guys can check that out yourself. So let's head over to the stock chart to give you guys my price prediction. So as you can see here, Ideanomics is up pretty big, and I probably wish I should have swing traded this stock, but lately I haven't been basically just storing up cash and things like Tesla stock and MicroStrategy stock and things like that. But I do like Ideanomics, and I think this is just January and the stock's under $3. I think there's a lot of long-term potential here. So what the thing is with Ideanomics stock is that basically what we're looking at is a couple key resistance levels that I think the stock needs to break out of to kind of go much higher. So as we can see here, the stock kind of really broke out back in June, and it was sitting at around resistance of around $3.30, and then we had another breakout here at around $3.20. So right here we're sitting at about a range of around $3.30, $3.33, where it seems a lot of selling that comes into this stock. So it'd be really interesting to see what this stock does, I think, pre-market, and just kind of finishes out the week and into next week, saying is that if we can break that $3.30 barrier, I think this stock could become a $1 billion company. So of course there's a lot of different stocks that you can trade in this kind of the electric vehicle space. Ideanomics is a little bit different. They don't really sell vehicles directly like Helion or Tesla or Solo or any of these electric stocks. They're basically trying to become like a holdings type company, hold different investments, and kind of bring different moving parts together, selling electric vehicles for uses in China for ride sharing companies and things like that. So the company is trying to basically just diversify itself and kind of move forward into this new EV space. So I think this is a really nice penny stock that you can own if you're looking for a penny stock in the EV spot. And this wave acquisition, it should finalize probably later this year. So we'll kind of see what that'll do to the company's revenue. But overall, I like it. So overall, I really like this acquisition, and I think that this will help this stock break out past this resistance level. So, but the good thing about this stock is that it's been moving up from these past these lows. So as you can see here, it had a low of 36 cents. And then we had another low of 76 cents. So now we have another low of $1.79. So one of the nice things about this stock is that even though it's been a little bit unpredictable and extremely volatile, it is making higher lows. So that's really important, saying that buyers are coming into the stock and they're not letting the stock dip down below a certain price level, which I think is so important for stocks like these because of whereas the stock like Tesla is a lot less volatile now. It's including the S&P 500, and these big mutual funds and institutional investors are forced to purchase a stock. A stock like IDEX is going to be a lot more volatile, guys. So be careful. Obviously learn from my mistakes. It's really important to use stop loss orders when you're trying to swing trade some of these stocks, so you can really get crushed if they move against you. But with this new acquisition and trying to get into the charging field, I think that this is going to help move the stock a lot higher in the future. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys my price target on IDEX. I think IDEX will probably break through that resistance sometime in January or so. We've had such a huge kind of run up due to these whole stimulus checks, and we've seen a stimulus effect. Seems like a lot of people are taking their stimulus checks and basically bought stocks. And as I'm recording this video on this Thursday, this was a massive day for the markets. One of the biggest days that I've ever personally had. My portfolio was up like 3%. So hopefully we'll keep this strong momentum moving into the rest of the trading session and moving on until throughout January. But this stock is definitely a great stock to swing trade, I think. And another stock for you guys that are thinking long term and you guys want to buy some of these stocks that are on the cheaper side. So I'm going to give you guys my long-term price target. I think $5 is a reasonable price target for IDEX. Not exactly sure when it's going to hit this price target, but I would say probably within January to February. So there's upside here, not nearly as much upside as some of these other companies, but it looks like the company is making acquisitions and getting things together. So that's definitely what we want to see. And it'll be really interesting to see their next quarterly report. I'll be sure to cover that because we have earnings season coming up in a little bit. So we'll see what a lot of these companies have done for Q4, and that should help a lot of these stocks pops even further. So that's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my content, and please subscribe to my channel to receive more videos from me on IDEX and other EV stocks. We're covering a lot of these EV stocks. This channel kind of turned into a little bit of an EV channel, but I just think those are some of the most attractive stocks right now. But we have some other sectors that are doing really well. Bitcoin, crypto stocks are doing well. It looks like a lot of big tech stocks are running higher. Stocks like Uber and things like that. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, and be sure to grab my daily stock watch newsletter and click that link in the description. Also subscribe to my private Discord chat where we can talk about stocks in Discord. So that's it. Until next time, guys, take care.